Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aiman Nabi Faizan. My metric number is 06DKA20F1026 and my other two friends is Muhammad Nazwa Adli bin Abdullah and Ahmad Hafizuddin bin Adnan. So today we are going to present a slide with a topic about food waste in. Before I go any further, I'm going to explain to you what is the definition of food waste. Food waste is also known as a food that has completed the food supply chain and is of excellent quality and fit for consumption, but it thrown before being consumed, whether or not it has spoiled or expired. Food waste occurs most frequently in the retail and consumption stage of the food supply chain. This problem mainly happens in Malaysia, it's just either we realize or not. For this presentation, I choose data from Set 4 that has been given by lecturer while in class season. At the same time, we also refer to source on the internet to obtain some extra data about this topic. For example, we take from United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, Solid Waste Corporation, World Health Organization or known as WHO, and last but not least, core competencies. So, the purpose of this presentation is to show to the pupil that food waste can cause environmental pollution. It is because the waste can take 6 weeks but can take decades to completely decompose. More importantly, the food waste also can feed unlucky families that can afford to buy food and feed their children. Next, eating in moderation can save money in addition to wastage. So, what is our objective for this presentation? Our objective is we want to observe what is the cause of food waste and what will it affect to environment, social and economy. Other than that, to give ideas and make people aware of how bad food waste is. The given bar graph represents the change of food and kitchen waste in Malaysia every 2 years from 2009 until 2013. In 2009, it shows that Malaysia produced almost 465 tons of waste, and in 2011, the amount of the waste increased to 900 tons. In the next 2 years, the bar grows sharply rapidly with 50,000 tons of waste that has been produced by people in Malaysia. To summarize, the graph also shows that amount of waste keep increasing from the lowest amount in 2009 to the highest amount in 2013. In conclusion, people are still making the same mistake by wasting their food and not realize what that can cause to the environment, social and economy. So, if you want to know more about this topic, I will pass this presentation to Muhammad Nazwan Adli bin Abdullah. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Aiman Dinier. Assalamualaikum and hi to my dear lecturer and my fellow friends. I am Muhammad Nazwan Adli bin Abdullah and my ID matrix number is 06DK20F1012. Okay, I will continue the slide presentation. As we can see in this slide, this is a cluster bar chart that can display more than one data series, such like horizontal columns. Compared to the graph that Aiman has presented earlier, it is the same because it can display more than one data series, but the graph is a cluster vertical columns. Okay, let me continue the presentation. Okay, this graph show a cluster bar chart of waste composition in Malaysia. They have a 9 of waste composite as an example is a food waste and the percentage is 44.5%. For the second is plastic and the percentage is 13.2%. For the third is diapers and the percentage is 12.1%. Fourth is paper and the percentage is 8.5%. For fifth is garden waste and the percentage is 5.8%. And sixth is glass and the percentage is 3.3%. For the seventh graph, in the graph is textile and the percentage is 3.1%. For the next is Tetra Pak, and the percentage is 1.6%. Last for this graph is other, and the percentage is 7.9%. For the next slide, is graph pie. As you can see, Malaysia generate 38,000 tons of 38. For the next slide is graph pie. As you can see, Malaysia generate 38,000 tons of solid waste daily in 2016, of which 15,000 tons, which count 39% was food waste. 15,000 tons of food waste actually can feed 11 million people with 3 meals a day in this country. Lastly, for this slide, it shows Malaysia's produce 15,000 tons of food waste every day. We all can avoidable of food waste for 3,000 tons in daily with edible the food before it was thrown. An average in Malaysia, household of 5 such as spend 900 ringgit a month of food and have been through as much as 225 ringgit Malaysia of food a month. If waste does not happen in daily life, there is a lot that can be spent, like 7 of 10 kilo bag of rice. Next is spend 132 liters of around 95 petrol for a car or mobile or anything else. Last but not least, spend 30 Mbps plan for 199 ringgit Malaysia a month of internet. That's all for me, and I will pass to Ahmad Hafizudin. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Hafizudin bin Adnan. I am from DKA4A. My notice number is 06DKA20F1014. Today, I will story or explain about recommendation to Malaysian people to avoid waste food in Malaysia. Yeah, right. First, aware when they buy the food. Most people tend to buy more food than they need. Thus, buying in bulk may be convenient. Research has shown that this shopping method leads to more food waste. Okay. Second, remember to the other people in poor situation. To avoid buying more food, and remember to the other people in poor situation that you need. Make a frequent trip to the grocery store every few days, rather than doing a bulk shopping trip once a week. Make a point to use up all the food you purchase during the last trip to the market before buying more groceries. Okay. Third, store food correctly. Improper storage leads to a massive amount of food waste. According to the Natural Resource Defence Council, about 2/3 of household waste in the United Kingdom is due to food spoilage. Okay. Many people are unsure how to store fruits and vegetables, which can lead to a premature ripening and eventually rotten produce. For instance, potatoes, tomatoes, garlic, cucumber, and onions should never be refrigerated. Okay, this item should be keep at room temperature. Okay. Fourth, make a food list. Try making a list of items that you need to buy and stick to that list only. Okay. This will help you reduce impulse buying and reduce food waste as well. Okay, fifth. Eat leftover. Leftover not just for holidays. Also, many people save excess food from large meal. It is often forgotten in the fridge, then tossed when it goes bad. Storing leftover in a clear glass container rather than in a opaque container help ensure you don't forget the food. Okay. The last one in my recommendation to Malaysian people is control diet. Healthy diet can prevent weight gain and chronic disease and good for a Malaysian people. Yeah. That's all from me. Okay. Story or explain. Conclusion: waste food in Malaysia. First, low policy outcomes that fill all one food waste system. Second, poor awareness by the public participation to monitor the food waste system. Third, low planning and implementation that leads to the big failure of policy. Fourth, focus of the government to the development and innovation that leads to improvement of the food and waste system. Fifth, public authorities or any institution should more focus on developing any program that relate to food waste. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.